everyone! Happy Independence Day! So today we celebrate the freedom we have in our beloved Philippines. So one of the freedoms that we have as Filipino citizens is the freedom to vote. So if you didn't know, this coming May 2022, we will be holding our national elections where we're gonna vote for a president, vice president, and all those government officials. So in preparation for that, we need to be sure that we are registered voters. So that's what's gonna happen in this video. You're just gonna join me as I register to vote. So I'm gonna be a first-time voter. So if you're also a first-timer, high five! Maybe you don't know what to do, you're kind of lost. I was too a few weeks back. But I watched a lot of videos and I read, and here I am, hoping to impart to you this information. Okay, so let's go. So before we go to the process, how do you know if you're an eligible voter? So first, you obviously have to be a Filipino citizen. Second, you need to be a resident of the Philippines for at least a year and a resident of your city, the city you're in, for at least 6 months. And finally, you have to be 18 years old by May 9, 2022. So first, we're going to be answering a bunch of forms. Because of the pandemic, we won't be getting the paper pen to office and answering it there. We're going to answer everything beforehand, prepare all the documents. First, we will be needing the revised CEF1. So this is the form where basically it says you're gonna apply for registration and then you put all your data. So there are two ways to do this. First, you can find the form in comelec.gov.ph. The form is there, then you just print it and then answer it, with pen. But then there's another option. You can answer it online or digitally. So go to irehistro.comelec.gov.ph. So there you're going to be entering your details, type. It will fill out the form for you already digitally. Then you just enter and print. And then, that's what I did. My details, I don't know if I can show. I think so. My details are printed. And then you're going to be needing 3 copies. 3 copies of the revised CEF1. So a reminder for the revised CEF, you have to make sure that you're using long bond paper, 8.5 by 13. Okay, so then another reminder, don't sign it. You have to sign it in front of the officer in the Comelec office. So next, this is the health declaration form, of course. There's still COVID. It's just declare your health. Pretty clear. Okay, so next, you're going to be needing proof that you are you. You need an ID, a valid ID. I'm using my passport. There are more. Just search it in the Comelec website also. I think it's there. I'm sure it's there, the valid IDs. So you bring your ID, but you also need to bring a photocopy. It's my passport, I should cover. But you bring a photocopy of your ID. You only need 1, but I printed 2, just in case. So that's all you have to prepare. A revised CEF1, health declaration form, your ID, and a photocopy of your ID. Okay, so share ko lang. I'm also registering with my ates! Yay! So we're registering together. Paano na-kidnap kayo? So we're answering now the health declaration forms because we haven't filled it up yet. Yay! We're done! With all our forms. So we're ready for when we go to the office. Okay, so we're done filling up the forms. So all that's left to do is go to the office and submit it, get biometrics, and whatever else they tell us to do. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow when we register. Hey, it's me! So I just wanted to give a disclaimer because I didn't actually vlog. Wow, vlogger. First, I don't know if you're allowed to vlog there. Second, I was too shy to ask. And third, how do you vlog in public? It's so awkward. So I'm just gonna share my experience with you from here and just add some clips and pictures that I was able to take. Okay, so let's start. So the Comelec office opens at 8 a.m. but then we wanted to be there early so we can be one of the first few in line. We left the house at around 5:10 a.m. We got there at 5:30 around that time. As expected, there was only 5 people pa lang. So from 5:30 to 8 a.m. we were just waiting there. Here's a picture. Wow! So from 5:30 to 8 a.m. we were just there in front waiting for it to open. During that time, there wasn't much people, so it was safe naman. And there was social distancing. There were marks where we had to stand. So the first thing that will happen while we're still outside waiting in line, 8 a.m. there was an officer who started coming to people, interviewing them, asking for their ID. For me, there was some slight difficulty because the point of the ID is to prove that you currently live in the city you're registering in. but then my passport didn't have my current address. So we just had to like pull up some old files to show that we actually live in Makati. So yeah, don't follow my mistake. Just bring an ID that already has your address on it. So next, when you go in, there's a part of the form that you really have to do there in the office in front of an officer. Next is you submit it to the officer, and then once you're good, you're already lined up for biometrics. Biometrics for me, that's the one that took the longest. We had to wait a bit. But yeah, so they're just gonna ask you to sign digitally, put your thumbprints digitally. They're gonna take your photo, and then that's it. After that, you just get your thumbs and you just. So after you put your thumbprints, they give you this strip of paper that it's like evidence that you're registered, and I think you have to bring it when you vote. So yeah, take care of that. Then once we were done,
We're done! Micah!
Alan!
Bakit naman yung ano mo?
Yay! The officers there are very accommodating. I asked a lot of questions because I got lost a lot, but they just kept helping you and guiding you. So it wasn't that hard. It just took some time. We were inside the office for a total of 1.5 hours. And then yeah, yay! We're voters. So just a few more reminders. So first, know where the comelec office is for your district. Know it beforehand, search it, and search like when it's open, what time. Yeah, I think it's really best to be there as early as possible as to avoid the lines and people. And so you can be done already. When we went out at 10 o'clock, the line was super long. As in, it's like super long. So we're really thankful that we were there early. So last reminder, voter registration is open until September 30, 2021. So you have around 3.5 months left to register. So I suggest you do it as soon as possible because as the day goes by, there will be more and more people who will be lining up and cramming the registration. So just do it as soon as possible. So yeah, that's all I have to say for now. If you're still confused or you're still unclear on some things, I'm gonna tag some accounts below that are very helpful. They simplify like the process and all. And then you can also go to comelec.gov.ph. All the details are there and it's really helpful. And yeah, do your own research just in case I missed anything. So yeah, I just really want to encourage you. Please go register to vote. It's very important. There are many factors that affect the state of a nation. But one of the most important is the leaders that we have. Whoever will be elected next year will really influence the following 6 years in our country. So it's really important that we vote and vote wisely. Voter registration is just the beginning of the whole process, and of course, we'll have to educate ourselves, we'll have to learn more about the candidates, get to know them, but that's another time. For now, just be sure that you register to vote. Even if you're not into politics, or even if you're not really aware, just register, and the next following months, let's work together and really hope and pray for the best for our nation. So I just wanted to share this quote I heard from someone in a webinar one time. The most common way for people to lose and give up power is when they think that they don't have any. Your vote is important, your voice is important, even if you're just one person. It's a collective action. We all need to do our part and use our power wisely. So yeah, let's all be responsible for one another. Make sure you're registered to vote and make sure those around you are registered to vote. Here in the Baklava house, everyone who's eligible to vote is already registered. Ching, ching, ching. And then mom and dad from before. So yeah, that's it. I don't know how to end the video. Okay, bye, my thumb.